Mrenda and kunde are a staple leafy vegetable that's incredibly easy to prepare as a side dish and also super healthy because they're filled with lots of vitamins and nutrients. So today I'll be showing you how you can combine these two leafy vegetables and make one dish that's super delicious. You'll need a few ingredients which will be listed in the description box as always, and they're so basic because you can get them wherever you are. To get started, I've already prepped up my kunde, that is removing the stalks of the kunde, but they're still whole. So I'm going to be chopping up my kunde into little pieces or into medium sizes. Also, I've prepped up my mrenda over here. This is how the leaves are looking like. Also, I have a handful of mrenda over here, which I'm going to be showing you how to remove the leaves. So I decided to prep up my ingredients before because they take a while to remove the leaves from the stalks. So it's going to be a very short video, but very detailed. So to remove the mrenda leaves from the stalk, you're simply going to, I've already washed up my my mrenda. So I'm going to pluck my leaves, making sure not to get the stalk. Quite a tedious job, but with time you'll be done. Once you're done prepping up your mrenda and kunde, the first step is to get yourself some tenderizer. So I'm going to be using monyo, which is, okay, I often get this question, what is monyo? So basically, monyo is a tenderizer that is made by drying out banana peels or banana leaves, and there are various ways that you can make the monyo. I'm just giving you an example of how I know the monyo is made. So you dry out the leaves and or peels. Once you're done fully drying out the banana leaves or banana peels, you're going to burn the dried product, and then the ash you're going to distill. That is, add in the ash in a container that you have poked holes in the bottom, and then add water, and the solution that comes out of the ash is going to be your tenderizer. So I don't know if I have made any sense, but that is how I make my monyo, which I've been taught by my mother in lab. Because I've already cleaned my mrenda and kunde, I'm going to get straight into chopping. So I'm going to pick a bunch, place on my chopping board and roughly chop because we are going to be boiling the kunde and mrenda. Always go for a sharp knife because it easily does the job perfectly. Also watch over your fingers. So once I'm done roughly chopping, I'm going to transfer to my pot. Then you're going to pick your mrenda and also roughly chop up. You can also add in the mrenda when it's still whole, but I like to roughly chop up my mrenda. So once you're done, once I'm done, I'm going to transfer to the rest. In case you can't find monyo wherever you are, you can try using bicarbonate soda, but I would highly recommend you trying out using monyo because it's much more healthier, because yeah, we have just dried banana peels or leaves and distilled the ash into a solution by adding some water, so it's healthier. Then you're going to transfer your chopped up veggies into the pot. add in 1 cup water, my monyo or mushereka, and then you're going to use your spatula and stir in the kunde and Mrenda into the pot as it wilts down. Make sure not to add so much water because Mrenda is slimy, so it is going to be very easy. It's not going to be very easy for you to drain off the water. Just add in a cup or a cup and a half of water and you'll be good to go. So as the Mrenda is cooking or boiling, I'm going to be chopping up 2 medium onions. For this recipe, I'm going to be using onions only. That is how I love my Mrenda. So I'll give my onions a very rough chop. And then I'm going to dice into small pieces or finely chop. Watch over your Mrenda and kunde. Make sure to stir so that everything is going to be cooking down perfectly. Once the pot comes to a boil, you're going to let the Mrenda and kunde boil for around 4 to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going to use a slotted spoon. You can also use a strainer and strain out the Mrenda. So I'm going to be transferring into a bowl. I'm going to pick my bowl and transfer everything. And then I'm going to discard the water. Next, we're going to be adding some flavor to our kunde and Mrenda. So over high flame, you're going to place the same pot that you used to boil your Mrenda and kunde. Add in some cooking oil, a generous amount. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and then next I'm going to be adding in my diced onions. I'm going to saute the onions for around a minute until they are nice and golden. Don't let the onions burn because they're not going to be looking so good. So we need that golden brown color. And to add some flavor to my Mrenda, I'm going to be adding some seasoning cubes. You can also use salt if you want or if you wish. For me, I love adding in some seasoning cubes because they add extra flavor to the Mrenda and kunde or anything that I'm cooking. Once the onion starts to brown, I'm going to be adding in my seasoning cubes. So I'm going to use my fingertips and crush the seasoning cubes into the pot. Toss everything together. And then I'm going to cook this for around 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, you can see how gorgeous the onions are looking like, and also they are very aromatic from adding the seasoning cubes. And they're starting to have a very nice golden brown color. So I'm going to add back my Mrenda and kunde into the pot. Stir in the kunde and Mrenda into the seasoned onions, and then you're going to give this around a minute over medium flame to cook so that it can absorb all the flavors from the seasoning cube. So you're going to check if the salt is okay because seasoning cubes usually contain salt, and if it's not perfect, you're going to be adding in some more. If you're using salt, you just check and add in some more salt. Oh, this is looking so delicious already. So I have one ingredient that is remaining over here, that is milk, which is going to add a very nice taste to our Mrenda and kunde, and also it's going to make the kunde and Mrenda very creamy. Yeah. So yes, I'm excited because this is for my lunch. I'm always excited when it comes to delicious food just like this. After around a minute, I'm going to add in half a cup of milk. Stir in the milk into the Mrenda and Kunde. You're going to reduce the flames to low, and then you're going to let the Kunde and Mrenda cook for around a minute. Don't forget to check the seasoning. And this looks absolutely mouth-watering. Just look how awesome the Mrenda is looking like. So I'm going to serve myself some because I can't wait. Finally, my Mrenda and Kunde is ready. It's looking very delicious and creamy, and it's also seasoned to perfection. I'm going to be having mine with some ugali and some buttermilk, and trust me, it's going to be so good. So I hope you'll be trying out this recipe, and don't be intimidated by the fact that Mrenda is slimy. It's very delicious and nutritious, so don't skip on that. Yeah, and you'll totally enjoy each and every bite. So catch you on my next episode.